Hey there and happy Tuesday. I kind of feel like it's Monday because I shirked my responsibilities yesterday, and even though I said I'd be back on Monday with cards, I wasn't feeling great. Kind of hit over the weekend and like really got a trashed out feeling as the weekend progressed, and yesterday was probably the worst. And so I didn't even get to go out for Valentine's Day because I felt so rotten. And too embarrassed even to post to say I didn't feel well because I went through 2 months of not feeling well, but it was short-lived, feeling like almost 100% today. Hi there, Carol. Hi, Lisa. So today I'm going to show you a couple different versions of the same card to give you guys some inspiration using some of that free celebration paper, the Daffodil Afternoon. So I hope you guys had a good Valentine's. I did get flowers and chocolates from my grandkids, so that was fun. And hopefully I can get an in-person date in with my husband later. So I just didn't feel like it was the right thing when I wasn't feeling good to go out, and I just didn't know how I'd feel. So it's like, let's not plan anything, and like, let's just get better. So I'm ready now. Like, I want to go out tonight. So let me get started with the February virtual stamp camp cards for you, and let me get my camera turned around too so that you can see it. Hi there, Lois. Good to see you on here. And oops, I want to kind of get February, that way if people look back at videos, they can kind of go, this is where that belongs. And so here is, these, I'm going to make actually both cards. I'm going to kind of talk as I make them for you, kind of the difference between them. When you see this up here, then you might go, well, this one looks a little long or whatever. If you see that one all by itself, I think it looks proportionate. If you see this one all by itself, I think it looks proportionate too. And so you can see I did a little bit more trimming down here in this one. So I won't want to put this one, this sentiment over here and cover up some of the flowers, and kind of vice versa. So I left this one longer, but it shortened up the top, and I think it would look kind of goofy to try and sneak in the with sympathy. So like I said, I'm going to show you both of these sentiments, or both of these cards with the sentiments in different areas, and how I got that. It's going to be a quick and easy card. That's why I thought I could kind of show both. As I was putting it together, I'm like, you know what? I couldn't pick one or the other. So it's coming from Celebration. What better than free products? So on page 4 of the Celebration brochure, that's where you'll see the 12 by 12 paper that I'm using today. And then on page 14, that is that special moment stamp set that I keep using. So the With Sympathy is coming from that. And then on the inside, I'm going to add the Thinking of You from that same stamp set as well. So yeah, there's so many great verses in there that you'll continue to see me using that throughout the month. So when I cut this in half, I'm pretty sure, let me just measure quick, that this is 6 inches. It's 6 1/4. That's why I was like, it almost looks a little bit more than that. But so let me start with a full sheet to give you kind of the idea. So here's the full sheet of the Daffodil Afternoon paper, and it comes from this package. So to achieve this look here, I just leave it straight with the bottom, and I cut this at, whoops, got to get it in the camera for you guys, at 5 1/4 there, and then it's 4 inches wide, so you'll get 3 sections. But that's how this one is cut. Now if you want one with more of that top edge, I took about a 1/2 inch strip, so about this much of a strip, and I cut that here. If I do it like this, if I cut that much off the bottom here, then I'll still cut at 5 1/4, but it's gonna then move that vanilla space and give us more of that. So that's kind of how I came up with the 2 different versions of these cards. So hopefully that makes sense. And yet still each one I cut 4 inches, 4 inches, 4-inch chunks to get either this or that. So they're both 5 1/4 by 4 inches, but it's just if I'm taking the 1/4 inch off the bottom first, like in this one, or excuse me, on this one, or not on that one. So that kind of gives you an idea, and hopefully that's not confusing. All right, so I think what I'm going to do, since there's just more pieces to this one, I'm going to do this one first. Hey there, Brenda. Hope you're having a good week so far. So I'm just showing you this color combination of the Daffodil Afternoon, Free Paper from Celebration, Crushed Curry, very vanilla, and Evening Evergreen, one of the in colors. I haven't used this one for a while and we all love it. So I need to use it more, right? Okay, so let me just start by taking this, which is cut like I said, 4 by 5 1/4. Hi there, Carolyn. And now this I kind of cut different than I usually do. This is cut 4 inches across, but I'm doing this 5 1/2 the whole length of the card. And then I'm just going to attach one to the other like so. So if you need a card design or layout where you need just lots of cards really quick, today is the day. And I've kind of been putting this off just because I was saving it for a day, and today is good because I kind of feel behind on my week because I started out not feeling well, where it's like, okay, let's start with something easy, but then you guys love that too, just to get some quick and easy ideas. So with this being cut 4 by 5 1/4, I'm gonna span the length from top to bottom that way, but it's going to also give me a couple little edges and peaks of that Evening Evergreen, and I think that adds to the card. And I'm going to just take and tape that down as well too. So with the pretty paper, you can see how fast this comes together. And I haven't even ordered, and I would say yet, because about the time I haven't, then by tonight I will have ordered it, just because I changed my mind or it's just time to order. I haven't ordered any of the daffodil like stamps or dies that are in the new mini catalog, and it coordinates great, but I'm going to show you just how you can put this together without those products. So yes, Brenda, feeling so much better than yesterday. It was so nice of you to check in with me. Okay, so now I'm just going to put some of this Evening Evergreen window pane checked ribbon on here. And I wasn't so sure if I wanted to add this, but I wasn't so sure if it would coordinate, match, or clash or not, just because this technically is Evening Evergreen with white, and the card is Evening Evergreen, you know, all those colors, but very vanilla. And I kind of did this last week with this designer series paper. I brought in white, and I think it works today too, because these daffodils are a little bit more white than the vanilla here. So I feel like this kind of actually draws the white out of the daffodils, and maybe it's in person more evident than on my video, or vice versa too. It's always hard to know. So I think because of that, it kind of works together. And I just love, like I said, I used to live in Holland when I was a foreign exchange student. And so I love this window pane checked ribbon because it's very Dutchy. And so it just kind of brings back warm memories of being in Holland. So now the only other thing this needs then is the sentiment. That's how fast that comes together. So I'm going to open up my Evening Evergreen ink pad here. Excuse me, and then here's my stamp from that Special Moments Free Celebration stamp set here. I'm going to ink up the With Sympathy. It's got that nice deep green here, and I think, you know, sometimes I've said in the past I use like my basic gray when I don't want things to look black, and sometimes I think this Evening Evergreen would do almost that same thing when you want something dark but maybe not black. That might be something I might pull out too, because it's very deep. Now what I'm going to frame and cut this with is the Ornate Frames dies. I just had a Stampin' customer who ordered this, and when she said it, she goes, I just think when I see you use it that that's something I can do a lot with. So yes, you can see all these ornate frames. And I always laugh because originally it was to go with Halloween stamps, but yet spooky can be very elegant too. So that is where that's coming from. And this one is actually one of the more plain of the ornate dies, but I loved how it framed this. I kind of went through the catalog and I looked to see, okay, what's going to fit that the best without, because it's kind of a longer stamp and it's not really why. I mean, it's not really tall or anything. And I went, you know what? This is like perfect. Oops. Just want to make sure. It's already starting to go through, but I need to get this one in there too. And, oops, I'm wondering if I have the right plate. That's why I was like sticking an extra plate in there. I think I just grabbed them, and that's why I grabbed one extra plate. I'm like, man, this isn't going to budge at all. I do need to replace and get a second set of these plates because mine is starting to crack and part of it's pretty warped, but these are my original plates since I got this mini cut and emboss machine right when it came out, so I can't complain at all. There we go. Sorry about that little hesitation running it through. I'm like, this is just strange that it's not just taking off. Once I do it right, it's like no time at all, and then it goes through. Okay, so then to put this on, I'm just going to put 3 dimensionals. Oh, that must have been my scrap. I was wondering where that scrap was. I didn't like the way my first was Sympathy stamped out, so I just laid it aside, my strip, and I thought this one was plain, but it must have had my old one. But that's also a reminder of every piece of cardstock has 2 sides, so this one definitely looks better. There we go. Okay, so I've got that on there like so. And then I'm just going to embellish it with the 2021, 2023 in color jewels. And here's my take your pick tool. And to kind of stand out with the busy background here, I'm going to just put the large ones on each side, kind of right in the notch of the die cut. And we've got that like that. Hi there, Marie. Good afternoon to you too. Now for the inside, from that same Special Moments stamp set that's free with celebration, Thinking of You inked up in Evening Evergreen, like so. Just add a little bit of tape, and then that's ready to go on the inside. So this card comes together super fast. So I'm going to do the second card even faster. But first, let me just kind of show you. Here it is, all done up with Sympathy. Don't we always need to have a bunch of these on hand, unfortunately, because sometimes you're just never expecting to need things, these types of things to use that. And I love how just that little extra crushed curry really pulls out the yellow from the daffodils and then the white in the ribbon there too. So now this is the easier second card that I'm going to show, and I'm just going to use one less layer, but still using same card or designer series paper measurements. So this is the 4 by 5 1/4, and like I said, I just cut off that extra 1/2 inch from the bottom of the 12 by 12 and then measured my 5 1/4, which gives me more very vanilla space at the top. So that's where I pull over my with Sympathy onto the Evening Evergreen ink there. Oops, just got a little fuzzy up in that one corner. Okay, and then that can be turned right over to be put on to the card base, which is Evening Evergreen. So I'll pull that over here like so, and then that's already ready for the ribbon. It's just that one corner, it's just kind of weird. There we go. All right, and so I'll add ribbon to this one as well. And like I said, there's really no right or wrong either too, if you like to have that extra layer in there. So for those of you that have been ordering or are thinking of ordering to get the set of 10 cards, this is only my first card, so you might still be on the fence for my February virtual stamp camp here. Just know that you'll be getting either this card or this card. You won't be getting both. So one of these that I'm making today. But like I said, since it came together so quick and easy, I thought, why not show you 2 versions just to kind of give you guys some ideas, because don't we all love the ideas? I feel like that's probably why you tune in. I know that's why I look for card ideas, is because I need some inspiration with the things that I have or things that I want to get. So look how fast and easy that comes together. And then I'm still going to add some embellishment. Hey there, Linda. And it's still going to be from the same as the first card, the 2021-2023 in Colored Jewels. And because this is just like a smaller, I don't know, focal point for the sentiment, I'm going to use the smaller of the gems, just because I think that kind of fits with the toned down look, but it pulls your eye towards the greeting up at the top by adding that, and I think it just makes the card look a little bit more special too. And then for that inside, I'm still going to use that same Thinking of You from the Special Moments free celebration set. I just kind of give it a little wave. It dries so fast, but it's like still nobody wants a smeared inside of their card, right? Okay, and let me just put that on the inside like so. So I'd almost feel like guilty if this would have been the card, but not so bad, because like I said, to do a quick like 5-minute card, don't we all want that? So that's why I thought, okay, if I show two so you can see what one kind of stepped up but very similar looks like and in comparison. And basically it's just like I said, cutting that 1/2 inch off at the bottom or not, so you can see kind of where that gets you with that. So that is card number 1, or it could be card number 1 for February Stamp Camp. Thanks, Lois. Yeah, and obviously you could take the stamp set, here it is, the Special Moments, and you could, you know, make it into a birthday card, congratulations card, and that sentiment that I just used last week for someone who is wonderful in each and every way, and that could be used for so many different things. So there's a lot of room to put these in that same kind of layout too for your cards. So let me get my camera. There we go. I was like, oh, I hit something and my camera screen was black. And like I said, I never know when that happens, if it turns black for you guys too. So that's card number 1 for my February set of 10. And because yesterday was my sick day, I don't know if I'm going to do a double feature this week. It's also like busy prepping for taxes too. So I could end up doing a double feature. I know it won't be tomorrow. I know it won't be Thursday, but I might even do like a quick Saturday video, but I'll keep you posted to let you know what day would probably be my double feature day or something too. So how you can get my set of 10 cards that I'm making from now till the end of this month is place a minimum $75 order using the special host code. Either when you're ordering online, put it in your cart and click apply, and that will connect you and let me know that that's what you're using it for. I still have all 3 of my hostesses parties open, so if there's somebody that you would rather see get the credit for your order, you can do that too. They would be like surprised and pleased to have that added to their party. That works too, but just know that the host codes are really important. So when you order, if you can stick a host code in there, it's really nice. You can always call Stampin' Up! Too and have them added if you forget it too. But if you place using this code a $75 order, then you get the set of 10 cards that I'm making for free. Otherwise, with other ones, then you get their 3 for free that I've demoed for their parties, and you can look back to see what I've done with that. And that's about it. You can always order the 10 for $25 too. So we'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.